thanks for listening to Hexhaven. I'm Heather, and Sharon's looking at me really crazy right now.
Sorry. Yes.
My voice is really bad right now, so just bear with us. We really want to make sure that we did this Halloween episode for you guys, so I'm going to try to talk as little as I can. But we just wanted to provide you with some information about Samhain blessing. Mm-hmm. We also want to talk about some misconceptions of witchcraft and the history of witchcraft. What else are we going to talk about?
Communicating with ancestors.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. We're going to do a little bit of tarot.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Yep. I'm excited.
Tarot. Okay.
I've been playing with the tarot a lot more lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm excited. We'll see how it goes.
I'm excited too. So I apologize for my voice, but
lovely.
You're such a liar, but I love it.
Hey, you sound fine. I've heard worse.
I just wanted to get started with the common misconceptions.
Okay.
Of witches and witchcraft. Okay. The first one is all witches worship the devil.
Oh, isn't that... Yeah, that
right.
is something that a surprising amount of people still think today.
Oh, for sure. So witches are often portrayed as devil worshippers in pop culture, which has a lot to do with it as well.
True.
And let's not forget the Bible thumpers have a lot to do with it. But the reality is most witchcraft practices like Wicca, folk magic, or eclectic witchcraft don't involve Satan at all. Wicca, for example, is a nature-based religion. The devil is more tied to Christian theology than witchcraft.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yep. Our second misconception, witches can fly on broomsticks.
Don't we all wish?
I know.
It'd be a lot easier than
if Harry Potter could do it.
Yeah.
This is thanks to fairy tales and folklores. Witches are often shown flying, which we see in Hocus Pocus and Harry Potter, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
But the reality is brooms do have symbolic meaning in witchcraft. They're used in rituals. They tend to be used for cleaning energy, moving energy, and there's really no actual flying involved. Something that I have always known, which I didn't know was related to witchcraft. I just thought it was something culturally.
Yeah.
Like if you have a visitor in your house, you put a broom upside down so the unwanted visitor leaves. Did you know that?
Oh, yes, I have heard that.
So I've always, like my whole life, I've known that.
I've also heard put a broom like on or near your front door to keep unwanted visitors away.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've seen that, and a lot of people do have a broom like sitting on their front porch or something. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just made little rosemary broomsticks.
Oh.
Because I have to clip my rosemary. that was the one herb that grew really big that I did this year. So
cool. I
had a lot, so I made a couple little broomsticks.
Oh, how fun. You could use them in your Halloween village.
That's literally what I'm doing.
Oh, that's awesome. So the third misconception is witchcraft is always evil or dark. Mm-hmm. And movies and books often paint witches as villains who cast curses or hexes.
Yeah.
And the reality is many practitioners focus on healing, protection, herbalism, and connecting with nature. Some do work with baneful magic, but that's not universal.
Right. Yeah, I sent you that thing recently. That was one of the first people who I've actually seen do like a curse on Facebook, you know, and it was pretty funny. She was trying to break up the relationship of Donald Trump and Steve Miller, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny.
But yeah, we talked about that with Diana too, where it's like magic, it's more to further yourself, work on yourself, heal yourself, craft spells for you, not for other people, you know?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And we've learned that even through our journey. Mm-hmm. I know I've learned that through our journey.
Yep, for sure.
So the fourth misconception is all witches look and act the same.
Yeah.
Pointy hats, cauldrons, black cats, and warts.
Yep.
And the reality is witchcraft is diverse and that a practitioner may look like any one of us.
Yep.
5, witchcraft and Wicca are the same thing.
A lot of people think that one too.
Yes. Mm-hmm. People often use these terms like interchangeably, but they're not. Wicca is a modern pagan religion that incorporates witchcraft, but not all witches are Wiccan. Mm-hmm. Some follow folk traditions, cultural practices, or secular magic. The 6th common misconception: witches can instantly cast flashy spells like in the movies.
That would also be really nice.
Yeah. But that is also something that is brought to us by pop culture.
Yes.
You know, pop culture suggests instant fireballs, love potions can be made overnight, and that's just not the reality.
Yeah.
The reality is most real-world spell work is symbolic, ritual-based, and more about intention, focus, and energy. Mm-hmm. The 7th misconception is only women can be witches. I think that's a pretty big one.
Yeah, that is a really big one.
Yeah.
Because I think even a lot of witches think that only women can be witches.
Right. And the misconception is that the word witch is almost always linked to women. Mm-hmm. But the reality is anyone, regardless of gender, can practice witchcraft. Some male practitioners identify as witches, while others prefer the term of warlock, magician, or simply witch.
Yeah.
So
I was talking about this with my dad when he came up to visit one time, and what he thinks and what I agree with is that it's probably more difficult for a man to reach that kind of power, and it's purely because most men are scared to touch into their feminine side.
Yes.
You have to be in touch and aware that you have both feminine and masculine within you.
Sure.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was a pretty... When he said that, I was like, that kind of makes sense. Because you do see it more in women. But I've seen men do it. David Boreanaz.
Yeah.
Which is so fucking cool.
Well, and I see, like, a lot of people that follow us are male.
Yeah.
That are practicing. And I'm like, this is freaking cool. Whenever I see that we're liked by... I mean, I am excited when anyone likes us. But when it's a dude, too, I'm like, this is awesome. I enjoy it.
I know. My mom's boyfriend, when we started, he was like... He took some of her flyers, and he's like, I'm going to put them up at the shop. And I was like, you can, like, thank you. But I just have a feeling that, like, it's probably not going to go over well with that crowd. He's like, I don't care, you know? I was like, whatever. Like, it definitely, I think we have more female followers. But I like that we have males, too.
I agree.
It's awesome.
I agree. I think it's really awesome. It just shows you how diverse it is and how, you know, hopefully... We're trying to make everybody feel like it's okay to explore it and welcome everybody. Like, you know, we don't care. The 8th common misconception is witchcraft is ancient and unchanged. People often think modern witchcraft is exactly the same as what was practiced centuries ago. But the reality is, yes, it was inspired by folk traditions, but a lot of modern witchcraft, especially Wiccan, was developed in the mid-20th century, and it blends older traditions with new interpretations.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing too is a lot of the old ways were kind of destroyed, you know, so it's like piecing together what you can and doing what feels right for you, you know.
Right, and I think too, like, old days, they may have, like, used the blood of a goat. Mm-hmm. But there's plenty of witches that don't want to hurt an animal. So they're not going to use that in their spell work.
Right.
So that tradition may have, you know, lost its way.
Yeah, for sure. We saw that in voodoo. And voodoo, you know.
Mm-hmm. But in voodoo, like... The animal that they sacrificed was like the healthiest animal, like the one they cherished the most.
Well, and it was...
Because it went on to feed everybody, right?
They asked permission from the animal.
Right.
Remember? They like had the 2 piles of grain or whatever. And then I know too that we said, that they, like, after the ritual is done, everybody eats from the animals. Like, it's not like they waste it, you know?
Right.
Throw it off the side of a mountain or some shit.
Right,
know?
yeah. Like it was still used.
Yeah.
You know? that was my 8 most common misconceptions. Do you think I missed anything?
No, I think those are good ones.
Yeah, I thought those were probably the most common ones that I just heard or see or thought even at one time myself.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I just wanted to kind of set up a little timeline of Halloween.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Halloween history.
Yeah, Halloween history. I wish we had like a bell or something.
Yeah, right?
Like a little jingle bell. Around 2,000 years ago, the Celts in Ireland, the UK, and northern France celebrated Samhain on October 31st. Mm-hmm. It marks the end of the harvest and the beginning of winter, a time associated with death and darkness. They believed that on this night, the boundary between the living and the dead was thin, allowing spirits to return. People lit bonfires and wore costumes of animal skins to ward off wandering spirits.
Okay.
And then we go into the Roman influence.
Okay.
When the Romans conquered Celtic lands, they blended Samhain with their festivals.
Which was All Saints' Day, right?
No, that is Christian. That's a part of the Christian adaptation.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. So the Roman influence, and shame on me, I was going to look up how to pronounce these. Ferala, the Day of Honor, the Dead.
Okay.
And then Pomona.
Pomona?
Yeah, Pomona.
Sounds like Pomona.
Pomona, maybe. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these. I am a Midwest girl with a sore throat.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. This is the festival of the goddess of fruit and trees. Her symbol was the apple, which would explain later the bobbing for apples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Romans morphed Samhain into this day to honor the dead, and they brought forth the goddess of fruit and trees.
Okay.
So then by the 7th century, the Catholic Church sought to Christianize pagan traditions. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Right? This is when All Saints' Day or All Hallows' Day was established, but it was established on November 1st to honor saints and martyrs.
Right.
So the night before, October 31st, became All Hallows' Eve, and it was eventually shortened to Halloween.
Okay.
So then from there, we went on to, it morphed into medieval traditions, which souling in medieval England, the poor would go door to door offering prayers for the dead in exchange for food, and that is where trick-or-treating comes from.
I never knew that.
Yeah. And then I think this is gushing. In Scotland and Ireland, people dressed in costumes and went house to house reciting verses or performing tricks in exchange for treats.
Okay.
So then that is also part of the trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
So what the medieval traditions called souling or gushing, maybe?
Okay.
And then eventually Halloween came to the U.S. with Irish and Scottish immigration in the 19th century, especially during the potato famine. Do you know what the potato famine is?
No.
It's not funny. It's funny because it's potato famine, but it's a devastating thing. The potato famine was a devastating period of mass starvation and immigration in Ireland.
Oh, actually, I do from Outlander, because when Claire goes back in time, she tells them to plant potatoes.
So because potatoes were easy to grow, and the poor relied on potatoes quite a bit as their main source of food.
Yeah.
And a plant disease destroyed the potato crops, but they still were eating the potatoes. And so it was making everyone sick because that's the only thing that they had to eat was the potatoes. And the death toll is about 1 million people.
Wow.
That died of starvation or famine-related disease because of the potato famine.
And we're still back in medieval times? Is that...
Yeah. This is the 19th century.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, so from 1845 to 1852.
Yeah.
That's when all the people died from the potato famine.
Wow.
It's just a funny thing that it's called the potato. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's just, you know.
Right.
So, early celebrations included parties. So, this is back when Halloween comes to America.
Okay.
Early celebrations included parties, fortune-telling, ghost stories, and mischief. By the early 20th century, it became more community-centered with parades and big parties. Trick-or-treating grew popular in the 1930s and 50s.
Wow, that's way sooner than I thought.
Yeah. So, it was partly made popular because it curbed vandalism.
Wow.
So, an effort to stop kids from, like, smashing pumpkins or doing bad things.
Yeah.
They were like, well, let's just have them get candy from all their neighbors. And then they won't be little dickheads.
That's fucking smart.
Yeah. I mean, it worked out.
And that's also, like, today why I give candy to teenagers.
Right. Yeah. You want those little hood rats hooking you up, man.
Yeah.
Something crazy's happening in your neighborhood. They know you're the cool chick that gave them candy.
Yeah, right?
By the late 20th century, Halloween was a major secular holiday in the U.S. focused on costumes, candy, and spooky fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then today, it's celebrated worldwide with different costumes. United States and Canada do trick-or-treating costumes, haunted houses. Mexico does de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
That overlaps with Halloween, focusing on honoring your ancestors.
Yeah.
And then Ireland and Scotland do bonfires and traditional games still play a role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's the history I have. And then I have like kind of little silly things like the jack-o'-lantern or pumpkins. The origin of that is from the Celtic and Irish folklore. The Irish carved turnips or potatoes to ward off evil spirits.
Yep.
The name comes from the legend of Stingy Jack, a man who tricked the devil and was cursed to roam the earth with only a hollowed-up turnip lantern.
Wow.
I've never heard of that.
Have
you heard of Stingy Jack?
No.
I've never heard of that either. When Irish immigrants came to America, they found pumpkins native to the New World. They were bigger and easier to carve, thus today creating the jack-o'-lanterns.
Well, I'm glad that they switched to pumpkins.
Right.
I feel like it would be a lot worse to carve a turnip.
Well, and a potato, I mean, think about a potato. You peel it, and then, like, within minutes, if you're not, like, cooking with it, it's browning. So another thing, witches are the symbol of Halloween because of their connection to magic, the supernatural, and the spirit world. In medieval Europe, witches were believed to gather on special nights, including Halloween, to perform rituals. The stereotypical image, pointed hat, broomstick, black cat, comes from the folklore and the witch trials of the 15th and 17th century.
Mm-hmm.
And then another iconic thing of Halloween, black cats.
Yeah.
The ancient symbol of mystery and the unknown. In the Middle Ages, black cats were thought to be witches' familiars.
Mm-hmm.
They're spirit helpers or witches in disguise. Today, they remain linked with Halloween, but are also seen as symbols of good luck in some cultures, like in Japan and Scotland.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You know, there's that thing, like, if a black cat crosses your path, it's bad luck or something.
Yep.
Or if it goes under a ladder, too, there's, like, that superstition, but...
Yeah, I know that, like, some, like, the Humane Society puts something out, usually, like, around Halloween, like, don't just adopt black cats because it's going to be Halloween, like, you know.
Right. Yeah, I think they do that with bunnies, too, at Easter time.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lifelong commitment.
Right.
Don't just, because it's fucking cute for your kid in the Easter basket. It breaks my heart.
Yeah.
So ghosts and skeletons, those are directly tied to Samhain, when spirits of the dead were thought to return.
Mm-hmm.
Ghosts represent wandering souls, while skeletons are a reminder of death and mortality. These images were reinforced by Christian teachings about life, death, and the afterlife.
Yeah.
Bats are connected to Halloween because bonfires during Samhain attracted insects, which in turn attracted bats.
Yep.
Later, bats became associated with vampires. Mm-hmm. Folklore claimed vampires could transform into bats, which you told us that great story about that.
Yeah, the mineral point vampire.
Yeah, yep. And then, of course, spiders and cobwebs they're linked to like witches' lairs and haunted houses. And folklore, spiders were also thought to bring messages from the spirit world. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Cobwebs add to the imagery of decay, mystery, and abandonment. And in some cultures, to have like a spider in your house is considered to be good luck. Hopefully my voice was all right.
Yeah, I thought you were great.
Thanks.
Wasn't too scratchy.
I feel like it's really scratchy, but
I'm sure it feels really scratchy.
Yes, it does. It feels like
sound. You don't sound normal.
Yeah,
but you do sound like yourself a little bit. So
I'll take it because I've been not myself for like a week.
Okay, so I guess we'll jump into talking a little bit more about Samhain and some ancestral echoes.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it is pronounced Samhain, not Samhain, despite what the Winchester brothers taught us.
Oh my gosh, did they say it like that?
They said Samhain, and they are the reason that for a good portion of my life I thought that it was Samhain.
I'm just connecting this right now that they're the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Samhain. Yep.
Yeah, Samhain and Samhain.
Yeah.
That's
because it's spelt Samhain.
Yeah.
But it's pronounced in, I believe it's in Irish.
And you feel like with Supernatural, they would have did some research, like what is the correct way? Because they're doing all these like enchantments. They're speaking Latin for crying out loud.
I know.
Someone should have been like, this is the correct way to say this.
I know.
I mean, maybe no one knew themselves. That's crazy.
I know. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. But, you know, like you said, it's a Celtic festival. It marks the end of the harvest, the beginning of winter. Typically celebrated October 31st into November 1st. It is considered a liminal time, which I just found out what liminal means.
Okay.
It basically means when the boundary between the physical and the spirit world grows to its thinnest point. So it makes it one of the most potent times for ancestral communication.
Oh.
Many cultures believe that during this window, spirits of the departed can visit and offer guidance. It is also a time to honor the dead. Last year was the first time I actually tried to make contact with the ancestor. Okay. And I told you about it. I used like a guided meditation.
Oh, yeah.
And I ended up having like a really emotional experience from it.
Yep.
So I'm going to be doing something else this year to try to reach my grandmother who died when my mother was a child. So I've been doing a lot of research into this area.
Are you scared to do it? Nervous? Excited? Like, how do you feel?
I feel good about it. Like, I feel like I trust in myself to go about it safely. You know what I'm saying? I definitely, it's not something that I would recommend for, like, a beginner into, like, witchcraft and stuff, because it is an extremely emotional experience. For
and that's what I'm saying. Like, your first time you had a very emotional experience. Like,
yeah.
Are you afraid you'll be emotional again? Are you looking forward to being emotional again?
Like, I am looking forward to it.
Okay.
Like, you know, it's a lot to take in, but I'm looking forward to it because last time it was such a positive experience for me, you know. So, you know, if you are going to be looking into any kind of ancestral communication this Samhain, I think it's important to remember that the answers that you seek almost never come in the form that you expect them to. For example, I asked a question, I expected words to enter my mind as an answer, but instead I got an overwhelming feeling of love and a warmth that filled like my entire body.
Wow.
I believe also that meditation is key. I think that preparing your mind for the encounter is the only way to truly open your mind enough to get there. My opinion is that the mindset that you go into the encounter with will determine how successful you are. Whether you believe you can or can't, you're right, kind of thing, you know?
Okay, right.
And also, remember, it takes time and practice. You may not make contact, and even if you do, you may not get the answers that you want.
So this is something that you essentially could do anytime. It's just on Samhain, it heightens the opportunity.
You have a greater chance of making contact when the veil is thin.
Okay.
So if you are looking to do something like that, I have some herbs and some crystals that you could use for it.
Awesome.
So for herbs, you could use mugwort, which is good for enhancing dreams and divination. It's apparently ideal for ancestral dream work and spirit communication.
Where would one get mugwort?
You know, I'm not real sure. I got it with, I bought a beginner's pack of herbs and it was in there.
Okay.
But when it runs out, I don't know where to get
more. Get it. Yeah, it's not like you're going to go to the grocery store down the spice section.
No, but when I went to that spiritual market last weekend, one of the stalls had all different kinds of herbs, different kinds of crystals. They had little candle packs, and they were all like $1. You know, cool. So I bought a bunch of shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But something like that, or like a crystal shop, some smoke shops.
Oh, sure,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking Sheepish. I would check there. I'm sure that...
That's Racine?
Yeah.
Never been there.
Yeah, it's fucking cool. It's a cool place. And I remember them being around when I was like a teenager.
Really?
Yeah, they've been there forever.
I don't think I even know where that is. Is it downtown?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if it was always downtown, but it's down there now.
Okay.
So other herbs, we got rosemary, which is good for remembrance, and it's also used to cleanse ritual spaces, and I use it a lot for like protection.
Okay.
Bay leaf, protection and clarity. Bay leaves are fun because you can write a message on it and then burn it, which I've done 100 times.
But you can see that in a lot of spell work, the use of a bay leaf. Mm-hmm.
Then there's frankincense, which elevates spiritual vibrations. Myrrh, it's deeply grounded in protection. It's frequently paired with frankincense in ancestral rites. And then dandelion root, which I would have never thought to use. It aids in spiritual communication and calling upon the dead.
So that's the root of a dandelion.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah. And then cedar, because it purifies and protects. It's used in ancestral altars and in smudging.
Okay.
So those are the herbs. I'm definitely going to use...
a lot of them were common ones.
Yeah.
That you would have already.
I don't have any frankincense or dandelion root, but I could just go in my yard and get some of that.
Right. And frankincense, I know that there's an incense that's like frankincense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For crystals, obsidian is a good one. It's used for grounding and scrying, and it's apparently excellent for seeing beyond the veil.
Isn't black obsidian too to protect you from like evil?
I think so.
I think so. I think it like wards off evil spirits or something like that. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then selenite, which clears and charges energies. It opens up your crown chakra, and it is ideal for spiritual downloads.
That selenite?
Yeah.
That if you like keep your crystals in a bowl,
yeah,
they say to put it in a selenite bowl.
Yeah, I have a little crescent moon one.
Yeah, because it helps like recharge your crystals and stuff.
Yep. And then I have a piece of selenite above my front door. That's actually something that Onyx told me about.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and
I've been looking into that. Like, there's a really cute place in Oak Creek. Like a gem shop.
Yeah.
And I want to get some gems to put above my door frame.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about just little ones, you know, but I just don't know which ones I want.
Yeah,
but
selenite is a good one.
I want one like only good intentions coming through this door. Right. You know?
Yeah.
But maybe I'll get like a piece of selenite. That's a good idea. I might pop by there after work tomorrow.
There you go.
I love it. That's the place I told you about that they do chakra classes and stuff like that. That we really need to do one.
Yeah, we do.
I would really like to do that.
I was really happy we went to that spiritual market because
I'm really upset that I didn't get to go, but I'd rather make money than spend money. And
for sure.
It's such a awful
it was
habit
just cool to see that there are so many other people in our, like, local area
right.
that practice in some way. Like, they're spiritual. They, you know, there was a lot of different crystals. Like, I only bought a couple because I had a really hard time choosing.
Girl, and some of those crystals can be expensive.
And that's the other thing, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some of them were fairly priced, you know.
Yeah, and if they're fairly priced, I'm all about that.
The next crystal that's good for spirit work is amethyst, which is good for intuition and spiritual insights. It's also good for journaling and meditation. Then there is black tourmaline, which I don't have any black tourmaline.
I don't either.
But this is good for shielding against negative energies. And it also helps create a safe place for spirit work.
See, that's what I thought black obsidian did.
Yeah, so I want to say it does.
Maybe it's the same.
Grounding and scrying is what it's, like, known for. But a lot of these crystals have many uses.
Oh, sure. You know? Yeah.
The next one is clear quartz. That amplifies intention and communication. Mm-hmm. It can also raise vibrations on spiritual ancestral altars. Okay, but there's a couple more. Rose quartz is good. It invokes love and emotional healing. It also strengthens bonds with benevolent ancestors. Moonstone, which supports dream work and receptivity. It invites ancestral messages during sleep. And then this one I have never heard of. Lepidolite? Lepidolite. It calms the mind, opens intuitive channels, and it is ideal for peaceful connection.
What color is it? Oh, it's purple.
It's purple.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's purple. It's common name for the lilac gray or rose-colored series of minerals in the mica group.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now, we'll just kind of real quickly, I put together like a do's and don'ts list for spiritual communication.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, do protect your space. Cleansing your space before trying to make contact is essential. Smoke, sound, salt, water, they're all great elements to include for cleansing. Personally, I use smoke, like incense or sage bundles with open windows. Mm-hmm. Do make sure your intentions are clear from the onset. Know why you are reaching out. Healing, guidance, remembrance, and know who you are trying to reach. Don't just go all willy-nilly inviting any kind of old spirit into your space.
Well, and I think a good example of this is in Harry Potter when he mispronounces Diagon Alley.
Yep, exactly. Diagonally.
Yeah, and they're like, what did he just say?
He said diagonally. Fucking love the Weasleys. But do arm yourself with protective tools needed for this kind of work. White candles, rosemary, tiger's eye are all some of my favorite tools for filtering out negative energies. Do approach ancestors with respect and dignity. Even if you have bad blood, remember the ancestor likely is no longer operating on the same plane of existence as you, so I do not recommend pissing off a spirit.
Right.
Do ground yourself. In the days leading up, perform meditation, eat and hydrate, reconnect with the physical world post-ritual. I hear a lot of people say that they feel drained after making spiritual contact.
Sure.
Which makes sense. Especially because it, like I said, it is, for me, it was so emotional. So even just that, you know. But it takes a lot of energy. Mm-hmm. Do remember to close out the lines of communication. Remember that the veil is thin. If you can contact the other side, they can contact you. Extinguish your candles, ring a bell, or speak a phrase. Personally, I tend to default to the phrase, I wish to close this pathway. Nothing has permission to follow me. Now for the don'ts. Don't open up a pathway without setting boundaries. Avoid vague language that may invite unwanted spirits. Example, any spirit present can invoke chaotic and unhelpful energies. Don't ignore your intuition. You are the warning bell. If something feels off, pause. Take a second thought. If you get a bad feeling, close down your pathway immediately. If you are not ready to trust your intuition, do not move forward with the ritual.
Yes, that's a huge one.
Do not underestimate the necessity for emotional readiness. Again, it can stir deep feelings when contact is made. Just as you have to prepare your space, you have to prepare your body and mind. Personal tip is grounding and meditation. Take the time that you need to clear your head beforehand. And then last, don't assume that all spirits are benevolent. Even ancestors can carry unresolved trauma. Use personal discernment and close things down at the first sense of unease.
Okay.
And that's what I got on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It all makes sense, you know?
Yeah. It really is common sense and trusting your gut, you know, which I think is the hardest part.
I think for you and me both, and probably for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, as something that I have been working on for myself is just knowing when something doesn't feel right and to stop it before it gets any further.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah. What I did was I created a 3-card spread, and me and Heather will pull here, but for the listeners, I'll put in the show notes what the 3 categories of cards are so that you can do it at home yourself. So for card 1, I have the descent. This is going to be what we must face together. Collective fears, truths, or wounds surfacing now. And then card 2 is going to be the gift from the old ones. This is advice from the veil. What strength or insight is being forged in darkness? And then card number 3, we're going to do the emergence. What we carry forward, a shared vision, vow, or transformation.
You pick all 3 at once?
Yeah, so I would lay all 3.
Okay.
You can really lay them however you want.
Okay. I don't know what any of my cards mean because I have this deck that I've really done.
If they're reversed, don't change them. If it comes up, if it flips reversed, you have to leave it reversed.
Was one of mine reversed?
I think that.
This one?
No, that second one I think was. Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
Because they have different meanings for reversed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. This is never going to be my thing. Okay.
Okay. The first card that you laid down is the descent, what we must face together now. Collective fears, truths, or wounds surfacing. So I have the 6 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Pentacles, keywords, give and take, generosity, prosperity, good fortune, and cooperation. This card represents generosity and sharing resources with others. So this is the descent, what we must face together. It also points to a time of financial security and balance. Some decks picture a man of means holding a scale on which he can weigh gold or other goodies. The 6 of Pentacles represents a time of good fortune when you can afford to be charitable. So everybody needs to be more charitable then. What's your card?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Is it written on there?
Okay, I think I have all swords.
Let's see.
Right? Sword, sword, sword.
That's a bad card. I know that
great.
card.
And it's upside down.
And it's upside down, so it might be good.
Oh God.
Yes, you have.
But I think all swords. And so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. So up here.
The 5 of swords, and this is the 6 of swords.
Yep. And then you have
the 10.
The 10.
Yeah, maybe I should have shuffled more. Okay, 5 of swords. Degradation, destruction, reversal, infamy, dishonor, loss.
So that is what we as a society, what we must face now together.
Destruction.
Which I would say
infamy
is pretty accurate.
That is pretty accurate.
For the state of affairs.
Holy shit. Okay.
Let me see. So 5 of Swords, is that really all it says in there?
That's all it says in there. Yeah.
Okay, so it
Look
says...
at how little my book is to yours.
Well, I brought the one I bought from the bookstore.
Okay, yeah. This is all it says. It really just describes the card.
Okay, so...
Visually, yeah.
So I'll give you a little bit more on the 5 of Swords then.
Okay.
It symbolizes the devastation of war and recommends using diplomacy to resolve problems.
Wow.
After a battle, you realize fighting isn't the best way to settle disputes. The cost of winning may not be worth the losses you've endured.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So, you have something talking about war and loss and destruction, and then mine is that we need to go forth with generosity and kindness.
Right.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Okay, so card number 2, the gift from the old ones, advice from the veil. So what are our ancestors trying to tell us? I got the 2 of Wands reversed.
Your second card you pulled reversed too?
Yep.
So did I.
Yeah. Okay.
That's so
That's
weird.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I have never pulled the 2 of Wands, so I don't know anything about this card. Keywords for this card: developing goals, involvement in a creative project, taking action, and choices. Upright meaning you may have to make a choice between 2 options or bring 2 factors together in order to achieve success. You are beginning to assert yourself, taking charge of an endeavor. Upright, the 2 shows you waiting to see results in a venture. You feel confident of your success. You may accept advice or assistance from someone else, but you won't compromise your position of leadership. Okay. What do you got over there?
Well, I have the 6 of Swords. The reversed means declaration, confession, publicity. One account says that it is a proposal of love.
Interesting.
What does your book say?
Okay, so it says the reversed 6 can mean you're unwilling or unable to move away from a troubling situation. Perhaps you fear taking a leap of faith and leaving your old ways behind. Outdated attitudes could hold you back. Delays, obstacles, or other interferences, including input from other people, can also complicate your plans. Okay, so the 6 of Swords is not the bad card that I'm thinking of.
Okay, because I'm reading this.
Because upright, it says smooth sailing.
Yeah. Which yours has really better definitions. Because mine says journey by water. And you're like, smooth sailing. That's a better interpretation of the card than...
Yeah, so the keywords...
But I mean, he is on water.
He is,
He's
yeah.
a ferryman carrying passengers to the further shore.
Yeah. It says keywords movement, escape, or a change for the better.
Ooh, that's great news.
Yeah, but you got it reversed.
Oh,
so it's
dang it.
But maybe if we put our 2 cards together, it could be that the ancestors are warning you that outdated attitudes are holding you back. It could be that they're warning you that you might fear taking a leap of faith and leaving old ways behind. It could be warning you of the delays, obstacles, or interferences that are headed your way.
Great. Great.
That's exactly what we need, is more of that, right?
Yeah, I need more obstacles in my life. Thanks.
Okay, so the 3rd card that you pulled is going to be the emergence. So this is what we carry forward. A shared vision, vow, or transformation. And I got the 10 of Pentacles upright.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, so I got 2 pentacles and a wand.
My card is a dude being stabbed to death. This is a bad card.
I think that might be the one that I was thinking of.
This is the bad card.
There's one, I think it's a cups one, but it literally says like the saddest card in tarot that you could possibly pick.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, 10, right? 10 of Pentacles. Well, we both got 10s. At the end.
Wait, did you say... It sounded like you said 10 of testicles.
Pentacles, not
Pentacles,
testicles.
not testicles. Oh, jeez.
Okay. This is what we're going to carry forward, guys. I feel like we should do yours first because mine's pretty uplifting.
Really? Because mine's real bad news.
Okay. So, 10 of Pentacles. This is going to be what we carry forward. Abundance, fulfillment, inheritance, good fortune, property, family resources.
Okay.
It says, upright 10 promises pleasure, abundance, and security in your professional and domestic life. You enjoy your work and your family, and your income allows you to provide for loved ones. Comfortable in your financial position, you can now devote yourself to leisure activities or perhaps philanthropic ventures. So if that's saying that we're going to get rich, so that we can explore more fun things and not have to go to work every day, I'm here for it.
Right. Yeah. I like your cards a lot better than mine.
What did you get? The 10 of Swords?
Yes. And according to my handy dandy book, it means pain, affliction, tears, sadness, and desolation. This is awful.
Yeah.
This is the bad card, apparently.
Yeah. Keywords are literally exhaustion, giving up, betrayal, pain, and sadness. Like, fuck, it can't.
What the hell kind of shit is this?
And it's so fucked up because in the last one it said, like, a 10 is supposed to mean, like, abundance. Isn't that what it just said?
Well, I'll be abundantly dead, apparently. Look at all these swords stabbing.
But this is a collective. This is like society.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like what we as a shared vision that we all carry forward. Giving up, betrayal, pain, and sadness.
Which, I mean, considering the state of our country right now, that's pretty freaking accurate.
Yeah, because here it says the upright 10 promises pleasure, abundance, and security. But I wonder if it just means the 10 of Pentacles, not 10 in tarot. I just assumed.
Maybe.
Because all of the numbers have different meanings, too. Alright, here it is. 10 represents both an ending and a beginning, the point of transition from the completed cycle to a new cycle. When 10 shows up in a reading, whatever you've been working on or have been involved with is over. You've gotten whatever you're likely to get out of it, and it's time to move on. That's good news if you've been going through a rough period. It also serves as an affirmation. You've done what you set out to do. You've been stagnating lately. Drawing a 10 tells you to challenge yourself and reach a higher level. As happens in any period of transition, you may experience discomfort or anxiety about entering a new cycle. Mm-hmm. Even though you feel you're sitting on the fence, you know he who hesitates is lost. A 10 in a reading says a decision must be made.
Oh, man.
That 10 of Swords, man, that just it's literally a dude getting stabbed by 10 swords. It just looks.
Yeah, it looks violent. It looks awful. What a Debbie Downer of a card to get.
Yeah, for the future.
I know.
We carry forward, yeah.
I know, that's awful. I'm sorry, everybody. Dang it.
Well, we pulled completely opposite readings.
Oh, we did, absolutely.
Which probably makes sense for a collective reading.
Right.
You know, I tried to format it so that it's not specific to any one person, since it is on a podcast that we're doing it.
Right.
I think we got the two ends of the spectrum that we're actually seeing going on in real life.
For sure.
You know?
Exactly.
There's two kinds of people in this world.
The good, the bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is crazy. I like that, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking tarot a lot more. The more that I play around with it.
Sure, like anything, the more you expose yourself to it and learn about it. So here is our Hexhaven Samhain blessing for you.
Yep, this is what we're going to leave you guys with. May the veil part gently for you this night.
May your ancestors find your hearth warm and your heart open.
May the shadows you meet be wise.
And the light you carry be fierce.
In the turning of the year, may you find truth. And in the silence, may you hear your name spoken by stars. Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween! Thank you for listening as
always. Adios, muchacho!